Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Silver is the perfect way to diversify your portfolio, expanding and branching out with something that holds its value. It's a extremely beneficial and opportunistic asset to invest in, and we're going to speak on the many different reasons why in this video. Before we start, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new because I do post daily videos. Now, diversification is key, and you can actually diversify within the world of precious metals. For instance, you can be a short-term stacker, collecting coins like pandas, even some types of koalas, libertads, reverse proofs, and different types of sets and series. But you can also be a long-term stacker with more bullion types of coins like American Eagles and Maple Leafs. It's really up to you, and it's individual. Unlike other investments, other assets you can branch off into, silver stacking, there's really no wrong way to go. You can definitely make wrong purchases in the world of real estate, in the world of stock markets, but with gold and silver, I mean, as long as you're in control of your own money, as long as you're buying silver, it holds its value, and it's always been valuable, so it's really beneficial to that extent. I don't ever see an instance where you could really go wrong stacking. It really just is depending on your exit time frame. And I want to talk about that because your exit strategy should be extremely important and should be reflected upon, because this is how you're going to liquidate your stack, whether it's within the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years. It's going to determine the types of coins and the way that you sell. Now, I do want to ask you guys a couple questions to think about yourself. What is your exit strategy? What is your time frame? Is it going to be 10 years from now, or are you never planning on selling? And also, more importantly, what rate or at what price are you willing to let go of your silver? A lot of people, when silver does start to skyrocket, there's opportunity, there's chances that they could sell some of their silver, but they're caught off guard because the emotional attachment's so high, some sentimental value, or things are just so chaotic and so fast happening that you're not prepared. And preparation will definitely be able to allow you to take advantage of some opportunities when it does come to selling, because when silver was $50 in 2011, a lot of people could have sold at that price, but they were holding on to their silver, and then when it crashed back down to $20, they wished they could have sold at least a third of their stack for that extremely high profit. Now, when this happens again, you definitely want to be prepared. So have a goal, have a realistic time frame of when your selling time frames are. And I definitely want to talk about panic selling, because this is something you really need to be careful with. Panic selling can easily throw you off. You can sell yourself short, and this is from very impulse decisions. So if you could take the emotional attachment out, step outside of yourself, and look at these markets realistically as they stand for what they are, you'll have a much better chance of making some success and some profits in return. Now, capitalizing off of your silver can be good. It also can be bad if it isn't panic selling, but if you are prepared, you will definitely have that chance. Now, emergency selling is a different situation. This is when you're selling silver out of an emergency, whether it's a medical bill, whether it's rent that's due, and this is when you don't have fiat currency stacked on the side. This is usually people that are newer stackers that don't really have a savings yet into fiat, because you need to stack dollars. Dollars are the most liquid way to feed yourself, to put a roof over your head. So you need to be stacking dollars before you really start into silver and into investing, just like you need to get out of debt before you start investing into silver as well, because if not, you're more than likely going to have to sell the silver, and not only that, sell it sooner than it really has time to appreciate. So you're selling at a loss, and then you're going to have to go rebuy that silver, usually at a higher price, at a premium, and it's really just a whole train wreck. So you want to be financially stable to some degree. And debt is important, because if you're in debt, then you're controlled by the system. So do yourself a favor before you get into silver. Make sure that you're paying off your credit cards, you're paying on your student loans, whatever the case is, and get yourself stable again. Get yourself financially free. Silver can cause that. Silver can teach you how to budget. It can teach you to separate your wants versus needs. It can teach you how to realize the true value of a dollar and so many other things. Also, hedging against inflation, it's a great way to invest into your future. A lot of people nowadays in society are living paycheck to paycheck and have no sense of investing or no sense of retirement or anything along those lines. They don't even know what's happening with our money or with our financial system, and they're probably better off not knowing to some degree. A lot of people just aren't ready, but us silver stackers, we definitely are aware, and we're taking a step further and we're taking action upon that. So if you are going to be, wanting to go into this type of investment, you definitely need to take some precautions beforehand. Now, when you're diversifying, you need to understand that silver is a different type of investment compared to other things. Like real estate is more marginal trading, or stock markets. Sorry, stock markets are more marginal trading. It's more like a day-to-day thing. You want to check on them. It's a much faster market. With much faster market also means it's riskier, but there also is more rewards. Silver is more of a long-term preservation of your wealth. So if you're into something and trying to make money fast, silver might not be for you. Yes, you can still make money fast doing this. You can be a quick flipper, but it's a lot riskier. So I definitely recommend, especially as a beginner, you want to go the long-term route. Start stacking, build a foundation. Just like if you're looking at a house, the key component to a house is the foundation. Without the foundation, the house will crumble. And you need to know this is just how your silver is too. Start building a foundation of bullion, lowering your dollar per cost average. Stack a lot of American Eagles, a lot of bars, maybe some junk silver. Just build a lot of, lower your dollar per cost average, buy as many ounces for as cheap as possible. And then once you start to get a foundation under yourself, not only will you become a more experienced stacker, but then you'll also be more aware in understanding which coins are valuable or have potential to grow in value. Now, when you're looking for this, you want to look for coins that have lower mintage numbers, whether it's in a set or a series, whether it's made from Perth Mint or a respectable mint, whether it's purchased from a bullion dealer or respectable dealer, because that can also be extremely important. Is the coin slabbed? Is it in MS70 condition? Also, the design of the coin can also bring a lot of attraction, especially for the collector type of things as well. So there's many different things you need to look at, but this all is correlated to your individual stacking strategy. Like for instance, I already have a foundation, so it's okay for me to buy a lot of more pandas and higher premium stuff. But if you don't have a foundation under your feet, it's probably not the smartest to be buying pandas and extremely high premium coins. You need to start buying some tubes of American Eagles, buying stuff like that first. So just because you see people doing these 100-ounce unboxings, 1,000-ounce unboxings, doesn't mean you need to be stacking like them. And I also want to mention that take care of yourself. Don't try to match these people, because they might have a different financial situation. They might be able to afford this stuff, but you might not be able to. You don't want to go broke buying silver. I know how addicting it is. I know how that rush is when you get it in the mail and you unbox it and you want to share it with everyone. But also remember, you need to be saving money. You need to be able to pay your rent, and you also need to be able to take care of yourself. So that's extremely important. I've seen time and time again beginner stackers overspend with silver, and then they're ending up having to sell their silver and sell it at a loss. So when you are starting, you definitely want to spend maybe 5, 10, 15% at most of your paycheck on precious metals, and it also depends on how often you're getting paid. So that's something to keep in mind, just to put a safety precaution before that. So I'm curious what you guys think about this. Do you guys diversify into other things, into other investments? And if you do, what are those things? And what portion of your investment, of your portfolio, is precious metals? Is it more of a lower thing where it's kind of like, yeah, I stack coins on the side? Or are you more heavily invested into it, and maybe real estate or maybe cryptocurrency is something you kind of follow suit with the lower end of your portfolio? Ratios are extremely important, and balance is extremely, extremely important as well. I want to talk about balance for a second, because you can have your stack extremely off balance, and sometimes it's good to reflect and get back to the basics. A lot of times we can get so distracted with these different types of coins, because there's so many different coins out there, different types of stacking strategies, but sometimes we lose focus of our main points, and that will reflect upon and depend upon your own individual selling time frames, buying time frames, exit strategy. So if you are kind of getting distracted, maybe it's time to reflect upon that and say, hey, I need to start stacking some American Eagles again and get back to my core basics, lower my dollar per cost average, and get back on track on why I'm really stacking silver. That could definitely be something that could be a reality check, but just learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. Silver stacking is all about learning, growing, and flourishing, and that's really what it takes, and that's hopefully this video has helped in some way or another. So anyways, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. Also make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. I posted another video earlier today, which I know you guys are going to enjoy. I'm comparing $20 to an ounce of silver, comparing which one is more valuable. It'll be in the top left hand corner. If you haven't already seen it, I highly recommend it. Also, if you have, check out the video in the top right hand corner. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.